What is up, guys? Delboy here. So as most of you know, Tyson Fury will be making his return to the ring on the 15th of June. That date is locked in, and Tyson Fury will fight in the Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas. Now, over the past couple of weeks, several names have been mentioned for Fury's opponent, and they include the likes of Kubrat Pulev, Oscar Rivas, and Bryant Jennings. But a new name has emerged today, and several reports are indicating that Tom Schwarz will be the man to face Tyson Fury on the 15th of June. Now, a lot of people are going to be very disappointed if this turns out to be true. As I said, multiple reports online are suggesting that Tom Schwarz will be the man to face Tyson Fury. Those of you who don't know, Tom Schwarz is a German heavyweight. He's 24-0 with 16 knockouts, 24 years old, 6'5", and he's fought at a fairly low level to date. When Tyson Fury's comeback opponent was being talked about, Tyson Fury's promoter Frank Warren actually said that Fury's comeback opponent will be a top 5 contender. Well, funnily enough, Tom Schwarz is actually a top 5 contender in the WBO. The WBO actually have Tom Schwarz rated at number 2, just behind Dillian Whyte. So, you know, Frank Warren up to his old tricks. When he said a top 5 opponent, most fans felt, you know, like a top 5 ring-rated opponent, or, you know, a top 5 considered heavyweight. But no, he meant a top 5 WBO ranked fighter. So, you know, Frank Warren up to his old tricks. And yeah, I mean, this fight, or this potential fight, doesn't really get the juices flowing, I've got to admit. I have seen Tom Schwarz fight, and he's fairly basic. You know, he does the basics okay. You know, maintains a good shape, decent high guard, okay jab, you know, decent right hand behind the jab. But apart from that, there's not really much there. He's like a standard German heavyweight, you know, does the basics well, but there's no bells and whistles to his game. And stylistically, this guy should make Tyson Fury look very good. You know, Tom Schwarz has fought at a relatively low level throughout his career. He's got to 24-0, and I would say the best wins on his resume are the 2 wins over Christian Lewandowski and Dennis Lewandowski. Those guys were both prospects when he beat them. You know, they were 2 of the standout wins on his resume. He also beat Senad Gashi by a disqualification. Gashi at the time was 16-0, a bit of a prospect himself. You know, these are Tom Schwarz's best wins. Also, there's a couple of recognisable journeymen on his resume. So, for example, Konstantin Erich is on there, people like that. So, yeah, Tom Schwarz, he's beaten a couple of low-level prospects here and there. He's also beaten a couple of notable journeymen here and there. But, yeah, I mean, apart from that, there's not much there on his resume to get you excited. Tom Schwarz certainly hasn't beaten a top 25 rated heavyweight, and yeah, going into a potential fight with Tyson Fury, at very least a top 3 heavyweight, that is very concerning. I mean, why is this guy 24-0 without really fighting anybody? Another red flag is the Senad Gashi fight. Now, he won that fight by a disqualification, so Schwarz did win. But in that fight, Gashi gave Schwarz a lot of problems, to be quite honest. There were times when Schwarz looked really uncomfortable. Now, Gashi was being dirty, it does have to be said, but the way Schwarz was responding to Gashi's tactics was quite worrying. You know, it looked like Schwarz wanted a way out. And does that indicate a lack of toughness on Schwarz's behalf? Does that indicate an inability to go to that next level? You know, it is a bit worrying. Because let's be honest, Tom Schwarz, stylistically, this fight is all wrong for him. Tyson Fury is going to be boxing circles around him, peppering him with jabs, peppering him with counter shots, and I just wonder, even if Tyson Fury can't knock this guy out, will Tom Schwarz want to stick around and take a 12-round beating, or will he look for a way out? I really wouldn't be surprised to see Schwarz quit in his corner in this fight. I really wouldn't. And yeah, I can't see this guy giving Tyson Fury many problems at all. He's made to order. You know, Tom Schwarz is very basic. Like I said, good jab, good right hand. He can use a good high guard. But, you know, there's nothing really there. Maybe at very best he could be a European level fighter. But even that is a high ceiling. I mean, would I pick this guy to beat Ajit Kabayel, another fighter based out of Germany? No, I really wouldn't. In fact, Kabayel would have been a much better opponent for Tyson Fury. At least Kabayel is European champion. He has a win over Derek Chisora. He has a win over Andrei Rudenko. Kabayel is much more proven than Tom Schwarz, and I'm sure if ESPN and Top Rank paid Kabayel enough, he would have accepted the fight. So I'm really disappointed in a potential Tom Schwarz fight. I hope it doesn't happen, to be quite honest, because it's a foregone conclusion, let's be honest about it. Even if Fury can't get a top 10 level heavyweight in the ring, there are much better options out there, to be quite honest. And yeah, Tom Schwarz is just completely unproven, and from what I have seen, he's made to order for Tyson Fury. Maybe Tom Schwarz is holding something back, maybe there's something we haven't seen, but I've not seen anything to make me believe this will be a competitive fight. And to be quite honest, it is disappointing if this does come off. And it's funny because, I mean, after all of the talk, after all of the mudslinging, you know, when it comes to the big three heavyweights, Joshua, Wilder and Fury, Joshua is fighting the best opponent, to be quite honest. And people were really hard on that Jerome Miller fight, but again, it just points to Anthony Joshua's consistency, you know. Is Joshua perfect? Absolutely not. But one thing is for certain, he is the most consistent heavyweight in the top three in regards to fighting good competition. And I've said that for quite some time now. You know, people ask me, why am I not as hard on Anthony Joshua? Because, well, he's the most consistent guy out there. Not because I particularly like the guy outside the ring, because to be quite honest, I don't. But listen, we deal with what happens in the ring and who people are fighting. And the fact of the matter is, Joshua is fighting the best competition at heavyweight. It's just that simple. Fanboyism aside, you know, it is what it is. You can either accept it or, you know, deny it. It is what it is. Share your thoughts below. Peace.